called Confidence. It's by the same author that did Manifestation, I believe. But when you read it, you can see it's about her. It's about her perception of things around her. And the whole confidence thing is a big book defining stuff that can be done much more simpler. Simpler. Is that even a word, or is that one of my new magic words? It could be far more simplistic. I mean, I look at the world through a lens of, my life's a little bit different to a lot of people, but I don't gloat about having more than others. I don't want more than I've got, because I'm living my life doing what I want to do. So I look at where we live, and most people come here in their 60s, this area. We've already been here a decade. Property's nearly paid. Maybe buying next door, if they'll sell it to me. It'd be nice, my office, wouldn't it? I would knock that wall through. Could make my office double the size. I love that. That makes it I'm already, see, in my head, already thinking drum kit at the other end. But a lot of the stuff is in people's heads, and I realised this a long time ago, which is just to stop caring. You know, it's a bit like most people go into jobs without knowing what they want to do and end up in careers they don't want to be doing. For me, I've always been a little bit outside it and just doing what I want to do. I remember, I think it was my sister's ex-boyfriend years ago. He sat down with me the one day and he says, I realise what you do. He says, you only work 3 months of the year, but in those 3 months you make what I earn in the whole year. That's me. Because I will sit and think things through. That's why I'm working on business ideas at the moment. That's why the 3 weeks off is not just about chilling out, doing nothing. It's emptying my head of all the crap that's work related for the last 2 years or so. Because I need to empty the space, because I need to create some new space in there for new things. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but that's the way my head is it gets clogged up with things, because I remember stuff like about a building. I could walk you through a plant room because I can see it visually in my head. I can see it. If you, let's say Ackerman, you go into Ackerman, I can name you the pump sets on the right, then you've got the 2 clarifiers over there. On the back here, you've got a category 5 water system with a double pump set, an overhead header tank. There is a large disconnected pipe above my head. There is a hydromag on the left hand side for the Cat 5. There's a hydromag in the middle above the booster pump system, and then behind that is the water tanks. As we come round to the front on the right here, you've got the Ideal boilers side by side. And if you go into the next room, got a large BMS panel with an IQ Vision 4. If I go back in the other room, on the right hand side, there is a large distribution board, which is 22-way, 3-phase, 200 amp, with a small contactor board next to it, and then there's a small lighting board under that. That's the crap that's in my head. I can visualize the whole room, but it's not the whole room, it's the whole building, every single room in the building. Because you go out there, you got the car park, and I could tell you what the numbers are, what the bays are, the fact that the generator income is up on the side. It's an 800 Is it kV? I think it's kVA. Is it kilovolts? Might be. That seems a bit high though, doesn't it? It's definitely 800. I can't remember if it's 800 amps. Might be 800 amps. But that's the stuff in my head, and I can actually see the box unit, and I can imagine opening it, and I know what's in there. So emptying that stuff out does make a lot of space in my head, which is why it's been nice to actually chill out and think about stuff. And you sort of get wrapped up in all this politics stuff that's going on in the background. But I will say, things are starting to wake up a little bit. I don't know where it's going to end up. I mean, you look at the state of Canada. Financially, what these people have done to the West doesn't make any sense. And I'm not sure the reasoning behind it. Because the logical sense is this isn't to suit places like Afghanistan, Pakistan, Africa, or even India. Because how did they benefit? What, they send remittances, but they collapse our economy, and our economy is will be in the same state as theirs, so it ain't going to last long, is it? Is it to do with the Chinese? I don't know. China has got some financial problems itself. So, does it really want the West on its knees? I don't think so. It's a very, very strange scenario we're in, and I don't really understand what the outputs are. That's why I say to focus on yourself, focus on developing yourself, focus on what you are going to achieve, etc. Because you can't control this nonsense. And a lot of it is nonsense. It's damaging, but it's nonsense because it's not logical. You can't see the path through it. You know, it doesn't make logical sense. I really don't understand it, and I don't understand, even from an EU perspective, beyond the corruption, centrally. Because people say, oh, well, the elites want this, the elite. They'll have nothing to take. I'm not being funny. How much land do you need? How much of everything do you need? Because let's face it, if you grind everything down and dumb everything down because you're lowering society's educational levels, their standard of living, their quality of life, their trust levels, you are more likely to have civil wars, uprisings, famines, power shortages, water shortages. That doesn't benefit anybody, not long term. Short term, you might get rich, but I sit and look at it and go, right, how rich do you need to be? Because if you destroy everything, what are you buying with it? If things aren't getting manufactured because the knowledge is gone, there's not enough buyers, what are you buying? Unless you're buying something like a gold statue yourself, there's not a lot to be buying. So yeah, it is a confusion point for me. Don't get me wrong, I do think the West has been overstretched probably since the 80s, where people learned what a credit card was, because when I was a kid, you used to have things like the thrift shop, where you'd have like, say you're having a kid, you go, I want that pushchair, I want that, what do you call it, I don't know, what do you call them things, a crib or whatever, and then you pay it like £1.50 a week or £2, and they put interest on it, and you collect it once it's paid. Now, how much money do you want? How much? Because the bank does it to me. Do you want some money, Matt? Do you want some money? I'm going, what do I want money for? Yeah, but you can have some money. And they ring me up. They rang me up 3 times in the last 2 weeks going, do you want a credit card? No, I don't want a credit card. Do you want a loan? No. Okay, you can have €12,000 loan. Don't need one. Do you want 20,000? I don't need one. And then they wonder why we're ending up in an environment that brings us to going bust. They're creating it. But I'm interested to see where we end up next. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a little chat about the politics and life. I mean, for me, I'll just sit here. I don't know if you can see the birds up there, but this is me. See the guys up there? They're deciding which one of those wants to crap on my car. I'm taking it in turns. But that's it. I'm quite happy with my chair, a couple of beers. And it's not even good beer, is it? It's M the Brow, which is, I don't even know what that. I mean, it doesn't taste very good. It's fairly warm, to be fair. Not the fault of the guy in the shop. But I can't be bothered to go down to the fridge. We put in the fridge. I might get myself a beer fridge for upstairs. Yeah, but you got to chill out. Just relax. Find your way through it. Key to everything, and this is one of the things I will say, guys, is just keep this in the back of your head when you're having a really bad day where you actually want to go and do something to somebody or do whatever. Everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. And for me, that's got me through a lot of stuff over the years, because if I'm having a bad day, I just go to bed early, and tomorrow's another day. And I start the following day. Not that yesterday didn't happen, but lying in the sand. All that problem was yesterday's problem. Today's a new day, and you move forward with today. And I find that can give you clarity, but also it allows you to reframe things and analyze things, whether you're heated, argumentative, got to and froing argumentative email, when people are arguing with each other. You can step back and just analyze things properly. And you analyze it properly, instead of being head on, you can come in from a different angle, or just think it's not worth my time. Got better thing to do with my life. But anyway, that's me for today. I thought I'd do a little bit of a longer video. I'm going to admit, it's quite nice here. I don't know if you've seen my videos on the Alicante channel yesterday. I'm thinking of putting a blog back together as well. Because to be fair, I do prefer writing to doing videos. Because I've always enjoyed writing, to be fair. But anyway, guys, that's me for today. Well, I would say have a good weekend, but it's nearly bloody Monday again, isn't it? I'm back to work tomorrow. Yeah. I know what it is. My tray's missing. Yeah, I'm going to give him some bird food. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend. Take care.